It's a head-to-head competition. Match play is always a lot of fun, but I'm thrilled to death to be on there. We still have to make 2 more picks.
Yep.
We have 10 players that have been chosen by their performance through the PGA last 2 weeks ago, and then Monday or Tuesday of next week we have to pick 2 at-large.
That's Freddie's call.
And that's Freddie's call, and we've talked a little bit about it.
You're not going to tell us who's on the bubble?
Well, I can tell you there's a short list of probably a half a dozen guys. Number 11 on the points list was Lucas Glover, our U.S. Open champion. He's obviously, we got to look strongly at him. I think Brian Gay was 12th on the list. He won 2 tournaments by a wide margin this year. He hasn't played as great. He might be not feeling great physically, but he had a pretty good week last week at Barclays. I think 13 was Hunter Mahan. And he's been real solid. He had a good tournament at the Ryder Cup last year at Valhalla in Louisville, Kentucky. I think 14, 15 area maybe is Dustin Johnson, a player that you don't really know a lot about. A young player, probably I think he's first or second in distance off the tee this year. You look at Chad Campbell and David Toms, I think they're back around 16, 17, 18, something like that. Guys that are great players with experience. So, we can go a lot of different ways. We'll maybe look to this next week here. They're at the Deutsche Bank tournament in Boston, the second leg of the FedEx Cup Championship. Maybe look at a player there that really gets hot. But there's guys I think we're leaning to a little bit more. They're certainly out of those players that I chose or I just talked about there. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here.